keeping it clean. Grab your headphones, it's time to play. Welcome to the spotlight. It's the Fey and Jay way.
Welcome everyone to another edition of Fey and Jay. She is Fey.
He is Jay.
And if you can tell by our little attire and the way I am speaking, I'm chilling at the nice country club here today, getting my
As if.
as if getting my like whatever, getting my Carlton Banks on. And today is all about the 90s and early 2000s. This is our retro episode. Faye's looking very clueless, I might say.
It's there. It's there.
Yeah.
A little Bel Air over
A
there.
little, yeah, a little Bel Air, a little Carlton here, doing a little, doing a little something. But yeah, so today is all about the nostalgia, 90s, full-blown 90s, early 2000s as well. So I'm gonna show love to like your early 2000s up to I will say the 2010s. Give love to them. 90s,
Yeah.
early 2000s. Gonna be talking 90s shows, 90s slang, 90s candies, a whole bunch of stuff, reminiscent of the good old days from our childhoods and stuff. So I actually wanted to start off with some treats, some junk food. So,
Ooh.
Faye, what was your favorite 90s candy?
Okay. So a lot of things I did look at this. A lot of things
Mhm.
are still around.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But the fun dip was my thing and the
fun
fake
dip.
cigarettes.
Oh, the fake cigarettes one.
What is it? World size. I looked it up. World size, world king size candy cigarettes.
Yes, I remember
Yeah,
those. Damn,
that
that's
that
throwback.
shows.
Wow.
I was like, I was in the 90s, so it has to be. It has to be somewhere in there.
Mine was the Now-A-Laters. I love the
Ah,
Now-A-Laters.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. See, mine is Skittles and like anything tarty, but they're
Get
still around. So I was like thinking of stuff like Hubba Bubba,
okay.
gum, right?
Yeah,
I don't
Bubblicious.
like, yes, there you go. And they had the square. I can't believe we were eating this stuff, but it had the squeeze too. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And what about
But,
the bubble tape? Remember bubble tape?
yeah, that's the same brand. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Yes. So yeah. What else is a good one?
Ring pop.
Oh, you got me.
Ring
Rock.
pop.
What is it? The pop rocks?
Oh, okay. Pop rock. Okay. We
And
had
then the
ring
bottle
pop, pop rocks,
the bottle pop. Remember shaking
gobstoppers.
it? Remember
Yeah.
shaking it? Those are actually, I think, the top ones because they don't make those as much. The zebra candy, I mean the zebra gums, and
Um,
they used to give you a tattoo. I was a bad little
okay,
kid.
yeah, I remember that one. That I do remember. Blow pops, of course. That was big back in the
That's
days.
yeah, that's still around. I
You,
feel like they're stale now.
yeah, I mean that I remember back when I was working in the schools, kids still had the blow pops. And I remember even back in
And
the
you're
days, I
like,
think I said it's in the first episode of our conspiracy theories, but the blue blow pops can give you cancer. I remember that, like that scare. Like the blue blow pops was the
yeah,
ones that would
yeah.
give you cancer, so you don't eat those ones. I was like, wait, what?
And the red ones are, yeah, they have that. Even the
Yeah,
yellow and Mountain Dew,
yeah,
right? That actually passed in California, I believe. That's why we know so much ingredients because they passed a law in California to let everyone know the ingredients. So
yeah.
they have to put a warning sign like cigarettes. So that's what we d dived into last time. So we will have a conspiracy theory one. So if
Down
you
the
want to
line,
catch that,
full blown
yes.
conspiracy theory episode. I remember Dunkaroos as well. I mean, I still see it in the stores, but that had to be like one of my guilty pleasures with the little Dunkaroo, put it in the
Yeah.
cream and you eat it. I mean, there was so much candy out there. Like,
Well, see, now I feel like I see my culture out there where they're dunking, the
yeah,
softer. you know Japan, you love Japan.
Yes.
But yeah, so those came out too, and I'm like, this is nostalgic for me, where I see kids eating, my people. But also Tootsie Pops, right? That was
Yeah.
a big deal.
What about
One, two.
nerds, Sour Pouch Kids?
Nerds,
Yeah.
yes, I have that one. Uh-huh.
Mike and
Nerds is
Ike's.
good.
Mike and Ike's.
That's
Let me.
Halloween's coming. That's like a favorite
I mean, we
because they're
mentioned.
in their
Oh, what about
little.
Ouch? You remember the gun that looked like Band-Aids? Ouch.
Oh, yes. And they were like in a good container.
Yeah. Let's
That was a
see.
cool one.
There's a whole. Oh, Crybabies.
Cry Crybaby Tears. Do you
Yeah.
remember the tears?
Yes.
That's the original.
Then we had Shark Bites, Bottle Pops, Bottle
Oh,
Pops. I remember
yes.
Bottle Pops. Bottle
Yeah.
Pops was a lot. That Bottle Pops was heavy in the hood. Like
That's
they
what
had
I'm
a lot
saying.
of,
You shook it
yeah,
up, right?
and it's shaped
Yeah.
like a bottle still. So it was like I don't know why that was so popular. Wonka's Runts as well was popular for some reason. Then
Well,
there was
people in Houston was probably loving that look.
yeah, but I mean there was
What else is a favorite?
so much treats.
You know what brought my memories all back? Those chiclets, those
Oh, okay,
gums,
yeah. Oh
right?
yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking. Yes.
Yes. That was a good one. What's
Okay.
your favorite though? Just the nerds.
Uh,
What did you say?
my favorite one was oh my gosh. Dunkaroo was my favorite, like guilty pleasure with the cookies and the cream, but the actual candy, um,
That that
oh my,
was a good one.
yeah, oh my God, my mind just went blank. And I know I said it too.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to rewind this, y'all. I know it was a tart
Yeah,
candy because I came in on that one.
yeah, but I can't
Um,
remember. Oh my gosh, I'm getting old. Just lost my memory right there. Like,
we're
whoa.
at least we remember the candies.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
I honestly looked this up and I was like, okay, I remember these. I remember these. But what did I like? You know what? Airheads was a big deal. But
all right.
I ate it. I ate it now, and here goes a conspiracy. No, but you know how like the food's all fucked up now?
Yeah.
There was like stuff in it. Like if it was hardened, so I stopped eating airheads. But I do love airheads, but yeah, I don't trust have you not noticed they're stale now? Like when I
Mm.
was little, they were like shiny and like they all feel stale. Like I don't eat that much candy no more. But when I do eat it, it's not as good. Or maybe my taste buds are gone. I don't know. Maybe you have so many when you're little.
Yeah. Yeah, like for me, I rarely eat candy. Now I just mostly eat cookies for like the junk food pleasure.
See,
Oh,
I don't even
yeah,
do that. I
yeah.
barely do that. I'll do hot Cheetos as a junk food, you know.
I
Yeah.
hate Cheetos. Never been a Cheetos person.
No,
No,
the
never.
fingers. You
N-
never. Well, at least your mama loved you. You didn't have the orange fingers.
Yeah, I hate. That's another reason why I hated it. It was just like, no, ew.
I saved it. I'm gonna gross you out, Jay.
Oh
I
no.
would save it when I was little and just suck
Oh,
on
oh
away.
my.
But it but anyway, what's your favorite chip? Just curious from like back
Ooh.
then in these eras.
Oh
See,
my God.
I
It was
honestly
the.
forgot about 2010s.
It was the Wise Twisters. It was like, hold on. I'm gonna look it up.
Is this when we all were scared of millennial, like of Y2K?
It was the yeah, it was the Wise Twister Chips, nacho cheese. It was called Wise Loose Screws. So, yeah,
Loose loose screws.
loose
Okay.
screws.
Yeah.
Those were my favorite chips. I had my mom buy
Oh,
them.
they were like swirled.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
yes,
Yes.
those are my favorites.
I was in on all this when it was around. Yeah, I honestly, when you, because you brought this up,
Mm.
because he is a writer for all this, but improv, obviously.
Yes.
Um, I was excited about this one. I honestly thought I was gonna go all out, but there's so much you could show on this, But I
Mm-hmm.
was like, this is such a good topic because some people we're like blessed to be in this era because we saw technology do its thing, and we
Yes.
saw when we didn't have it, and we had to use imagination,
Yes.
imaginative
Mhm.
vision.
And we're gonna get
So
into a
yes.
whole bunch of funny 90s stuff, especially since let me switch gears real quick since you're on talking about the technology.
Yeah.
And this is for the younger audience. You're lucky, like you guys grew up with this thing here. Hold on, let me zoom in a little bit
Yeah.
more. That little
Like
cell phone.
we couldn't even show that we had a phone on
Yes.
another digital.
Do you remember dial-up connection?
Oh my gosh, she lied to us.
Oh my God. You have,
She would say hello and bye.
yes, y'all have no idea how, I mean, this is obviously for the younger generation. I mean, most of our audience, they've been through it just with us, but dial-up was compared to now, dial-up was hell. I remember we had free internet, like you get like certain services. Of course, it was
Your
AOL.
mail.
Yeah,
To your mail, right? Yeah.
yes. There was AOL, Juno, which I had, and then it was Net Zero. Those were like the big three internet
Net. I had
providers.
net zero.
You had Net Zero, yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
in my household, we were not going to pay for it, so we used Juno, and you only had 60 minutes to use the internet. And when there's,
Oh
yeah,
yes. I
a-
forgot about
and
that.
then it will cut you off. And here's the thing about dial-up. If you are in a household with only one phone line, your phone got taken off. So, meaning that there's
Yes.
no calls, things go straight to voicemail. And
Yes.
if your mom or your parents wanted to use the phone, oh my God,
Y'all are
it was just,
fighting. You're
yes,
fighting over
it
the
was so
phone.
much hell. And downloading, you seen the memes.
I have a big brother,
Mm,
so he was like, my girlfriend's calling. I'm like, I just
mm.
want to hear this song on LimeWire.
And for the guys out there, and even for some of the ladies out there, downloading porn on fucking dial-up was pure fucking hell.
Y'all have to
Like,
understand, it's like going through each file basically,
yeah, oh my God, it's
or
like
megabyte or
you you
gigabyte.
you were literally waiting 3 hours for a 2 minute clip. Just it was,
Which that was the technology. So
yes, oh my God,
I have uncles. I get it. I get
yes.
it. Yeah,
So
it's better than downloading the girl's tits, you know what I mean?
yes, those were the days, like the dial-up. I mean, just
I went
technology.
into my father's file talking about
Mm,
that. This is before probably even downloading. I went to a
mm.
file. It was like nothing but titties. I'm like, okay. Yeah, that was it's
Yes.
screenshots now probably, but yeah, that was the days. That
Yes,
was
oh
the
my
days.
God. But I mean, we
Like
went
titty
so,
files.
yeah, we went so technology
That's what
wise.
I said. This is the time to be alive. To
Yeah.
like we saw it, you know what I mean?
We went
So
from
I am blessed that I got to see this.
went from record players to cassette tapes to CDs to the first iPod.
Where's my pencil?
Yes.
I was looking for that shirt for today. It was a cassette tape.
Oh
But
my God,
yeah.
yes. I mean, so we went through there. So Faye, what did you technology wise, what did you grow up with using? Obviously a phone, but what did you grow up using the most besides a phone?
So I had the mean brother that took the
Mm,
phone. So I got my little sneak-ins with the phone. But my go-to, and everyone knows, is music.
hmm
I would have my CD player on top. Okay, at this time, it was the thing. Like I got it for Christmas. I was like, I love this thing. But it was the ones that popped on top. I forgot what they're
hmm
called. but you could put the CD in there and the cassette, and I was good because
Oh,
I had
I remember that one.
the
It was like a
radio,
dual. It was like a duel.
different colors. Yeah, so I had a pink one in my room all day with music. So that was my thing. And yours?
VCR was king. I'm a movie
Uh,
buff, so
yeah, yeah.
VCR tapes,
I still have some VCRs that I'm looking for a VCR. Never
blank
one.
cassette tapes because we used to record the songs on the radio because we couldn't wait long for the CD or
So
for the
so
album to drop.
VCRs are just like how y'all download on your laptop, I want to say,
Yeah. Well,
right?
the cassette
But
tapes.
in film,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because some
So,
people, no, I've seen videos where they're like, I don't know what this is, and I'm like, oh my God.
oh my God.
I'm like, I know, damn, time's going by fast. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
I mean, there was so much from like VCRs, cassette tapes, CD players.
Hmm.
What was, I would say, since we're on the topic of music, what were you listening to early 90s? I'll say 90s, early 2000s. What genre? Who was in your heavy rotation for
Okay,
you?
I'm blushing. You can't tell it's pink, but so one of my favorite songs, I was too young for this, but
Mm.
I Wanna Know by Joe.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I was too young for this. I know, Mom. I was too young. Okay, and then like I remember what was it? Incomplete. Like I was into the R&B's
Cisco?
jams.
All right.
Yes. And something different, of course. I did like my pop groups like Britney Spears, Christina
Okay.
Aguilera. I was into all that. So yeah, and then the boy groups and NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. I was everywhere. Like, let me see one that Slim Shady, even that genre.
Eminem.
I was standing up, yes. And yours?
Man, my music
What's your
choices are
favorite? And then what's your choices?
Michael Jackson, hands down. I was a Michael Jackson kid growing up.
Yes.
I was
That's my dad all the way.
I
Yeah.
was Michael in the 90s. Oh my God, the Dangerous album, the Bad album. I was Michael.
His new stuff even came out to be hits. Like,
Yeah.
some people flop.
Yeah.
It's
It-
never.
yeah,
And of
Mike.
course, Aaliyah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. I had to throw that one in there. TLC.
Classic,
Yes.
classic,
And
classic.
what other genres were you into? Like Aerosmith, that was in one I did. And that Maria
Oh, it was
Santana.
Carlos Santana. Yeah,
Yes.
that's the joint. Oh my God.
I
Um,
had to note that one. I was like, I can't remember. I can't forget this. Yeah, that was a.
for
Everyone was
me,
listening to that.
let me see. Genre, I was listening to almost everything. A lot of punk rock. So I was listening to Blink 182, I
Oh
was listening, yeah.
yes,
Early days, Yellow Card, of course, Linkin Park,
I
um,
love Linkin Park. Yes.
R&B, 112. I was really into Bad Boy back in the
Oh
days.
yeah, I have. Let's Get Married.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
that's Jagged Edge. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jagged Edge.
Oh yeah, I mix them up all the
Yeah,
time.
I was really
Sorry.
into R&B as well. Jagged Edge, Boyz II Men, 112, Usher,
Oh,
Tyrese.
this is gonna bring back memories. Blue da da dee da da da. If y'all are listening to this, I am so sorry. Yeah. We'll do karaoke one day. But that one was a hit.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that was everywhere. I think the Real McCoy was that in the 90s?
Uh, Probably
I feel
can't
like
remember.
that was the same vibe.
Yeah. Oh, the Macarena. Remember the Macarena craze?
Yes,
Oh my
yes.
God.
I think
Or
actually
Ricky
people still
Martin,
do
living La
it.
Vida Loca.
I forgot their genre. Oh my God. Enrique Iglesias, they were like
Yeah.
at it, y'all. If y'all like think there was beef now, there was beef in like pop music.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I wasn't much of the boy band phase, but I did like NSYNC's It's Gonna Be Me. I still play that one to this
Yeah.
day.
I think
My
of a Deadpool. Did
Yeah.
Deadpool?
Oh, no, but Deadpool did Bye Bye Bye.
Oh,
Um,
okay. The wrong
but
song.
It's Gonna Be Me is my favorite NSYNC song. I would say my guilty pleasure song that my friends always look at me like, really? How the hell are you listening to this? Hanson's Bop. Yeah, Hanson.
You
Bop,
were
bop, 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 bop.
you're a
No, I
Hansons fan?
just that
Just that
song.
song?
Just that song.
Okay.
I want to stress that, folks.
I was little, but I remember I was like into it because of that.
It's
Because
the
of it. It
catchy
was so
chorus.
catchy. I
Yes.
know, it was the catchiest thing ever. What happened to them?
I
Ooh,
have
we should
no
do
idea.
where are they at now?
I think they're behind the scenes. I think they still do music,
Oh,
and they all like
like
indie wise though.
producing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I mean, Case, Touch Me, Tease Me with Mary J. Blige and Foxy Brown's always a go to.
Without You was my
Uh,
jam. Without You.
that Immature.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
Watch
She
Me
had
Do My
those.
Thing. I like that one.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
Pink! When everybody thought she was black, Pink.
yeah, because
There
that's
you
how they market
go.
her. There you go, right? Yeah.
And I did not, and that was not a race comment, by the way.
No, no, no.
They did think that. Like I
Because
thought
of
that. We
because
all thought that.
she had a soulful voice, so they figured that R&B will be her trope. And then she realized, and then they was like, no, she has to do the music that
She did her own thing
yeah,
after she got famous.
yeah.
And I think that's where you know what's real and what's not. When they can move and do their own thing, you're like, oh, okay, they're not
Hmm.
connected. But yeah, I loved that video. Like I remember that was my thing when I was little, was like waiting for TRL, then watching 106
Oh
in
my
Park,
God, TRL.
which I don't want to down the rabbit hole about 106, but I didn't know. I was reading some stuff today about how 106 stopped with Free, but that's another story. Jay-Z.
TRL. Oh my
Uh
God, wow. Total Request Live. Like, remember those?
yes.
Like, here's the thing.
I would wait.
You know what's sad? Music
What?
videos are not as what they used to be. Like MTV used to be
No.
music television, and
Because they got
yeah,
controlled, everything is like, even okay, who do I start liking recently? Sabrina Carpenter.
yes,
Watch one of her videos, or like Jessie, like with those girls that I always post. It's like suicidal.
yeah.
I don't mean to bring that
It's all
up.
dark. Yeah,
Like they're all killing each other over her, but they're really killing each other. I'm like, okay, we were playing around like gun, like
no,
a water gun, like,
the
But
videos
yeah,
had story behind it too. It's like the back in the days, folks.
back in the day,
Music videos matched the lyrics. Like Michael Jackson.
that's the
Yeah.
only reason why I did videos, because I loved the storylines when I was little. But if you
Mm.
get it now, it's like, they tell you, no, I've been to one, they're like, okay, just stand next to Baby Bash and we'll get to you. Whereas before it was like Busta Rhymes had her in a big, scene
Yeah.
situation. And what was it on that Mariah song where it was kind
Baby,
of like
wanna give it to
action?
me? I'll give it to
Yeah.
you. I know what you want. There, that
Hey.
one.
We got Jay to sing. But yes, y'all check that video out. Mariah looks really good there. Mariah had her whole thing. I feel like,
Oh, she had a whole catalog.
people run people away so quick.
Mariah was good. But yeah, music videos actually match the lyrics back in the days, and now it's just like, I don't know, just a whole bunch of we ain't gonna go down the rabbit hole, but whole bunch of symbolisms and stuff. We'll get to that later. Put a pin on that for
Right. It
next
doesn't
episode.
have nothing to do with the
The song,
era, right?
or
The
the song for that
song.
matter. You'd be like,
I
what's this have
know,
to do with it?
yeah.
Like
Like if you
even
see an
oh,
old woman and it's like lonely, you're like, I
I
thought
have to.
Justin was lonely. No.
Yeah, I have to say this. I was a huge Will Smith fan. Like just
Hey, I have
movies,
that. Fresh
music.
Prince.
Yes, Fresh Prince, movies, music, the Men in Black songs, Wild Wild West, getting jiggy with it. I was a big
Yes.
Willie fan. Oh my gosh. Love Will Smith.
Hey,
So I'm yeah,
he was
na
getting
na
jiggy
na
with
na
it.
na na. Yes.
Hey, ay,
That was my joint.
papi.
That was my joint. Like Will Smith had
That
such
that was a good one.
yeah.
Did you see when they did the Grammys for them for the 50th year for hip
Oh, I
hop?
missed it, but I heard it was good.
It was really good. You need to
Yeah.
look that up.
But
They did a real good thing for Will Smith. Since you said you love him.
yeah.
Yes. I did. I was all into the Will Smith phase, and then I went to Denzel. I keep going back and forth on the acting, so but music, he did that. He did that. I think he's the only one that really did it, like acting and rapping and
Mm,
like you get all these Disney characters,
yeah.
Will Smith really did it. And he's probably producing.
Yo, Will's
I
Will's
know
great.
did you read his book?
Yeah, I
I
did.
still haven't. Is it good?
Oh yeah, it's excellent. Really good.
I need to get it. I definitely
It
need to
it
get it.
all makes sense of recent events that's been like with the Chris
Something
Rock
that I'm
thing.
into,
Like
right?
if you read his
Yeah.
book, you understand, not saying like justify what he did, but you understand who the man is. You like, yeah, I can see why he reacted that
Why
way.
he
'Cause-
went over there. Yeah.
yeah,
And that's another thing I like about, writers. I do a little poetry and I write my own little stuff, but like to see people in their true form is their writing. And
yeah.
that's why I always like try to connect, with you. And I do like your new stuff coming up, by the way,
Thank
since
you.
we're in the season of, I didn't want to say that. I do like the new stuff coming out. It's a little
Appreciate it.
bit of Marvelish, but anyway, y'all need to check him out. Imaginative Visions,
Thank you.
obviously.
Love and Monsters. That will be coming out soon. That yeah, that one I posted was
I didn't know if
very
you were gonna say
yeah,
it. Yes.
that is very, very personal, that one I posted. So yeah,
Oh,
that will be explained. For those who are audio, you're not gonna see it, but I will put a clip. So you'll see it right here. So you see
so
that
make
little
sure you
panel
do
there.
check us out
Yeah,
visually as well.
yeah. So
But we also try to be mindful about the people listening. I'm like,
yeah,
look.
yeah,
But yes, hopefully you can see us on both sides at the end of this whole episode journey of ours. I've been liking it so far. Hopefully you guys do too. But I did want to, we didn't, I did want to pay respect to all the people we lost, like Left Eye, Aaliyah,
yeah.
um, everyone, we had a lot of people. Nipsey.
90s was crazy. Just now to get serious, just speaking, we're talking about people that lost. We had Columbine. That was like the first really
Yeah. And then
major,
today is
yeah, 9/11
I haven't
today as this recording. Yeah.
I haven't heard nobody talk about it. Just one
Columbine,
thing
right?
out
Yeah, the thing with
there.
Columbine,
That and today. Both.
yeah, yeah.
Did you hear about today?
Oh, what was another shooting?
No, 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 no,
Oh,
no.
you mean
No.
9/11?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
before they made it a big deal. And I feel like now it's like,
It's just it's always a big deal here in New York, obviously. But the
yeah,
rest of the
I was
world
gonna
kind of
ask.
yeah, the rest of the
It
world kind of
faded.
just it's 23 years now, so it's like for a lot of people it just like okay, that
But that was
happened.
such a trademark. Like
Yeah, it
that's
is.
something we didn't go through.
It
It
changed
was
everything.
it was 2001, so we
Yep.
can't add it.
Yeah.
We've never been through that. And
Nope.
I remember I was in school and they were putting it on trying to show us. But
Mm.
yeah, I did want to salute that to New York since I know
Yep.
you're from out there.
Yep.
So salute to you guys.
Yep. Thank
Uh,
you. I remember just real quick. I remember when it happened. I was in school and my history teacher was looking grim, and we were like, "Yo, you." So you know how kids are fucking around, but it'll be
right.
one of these days, like all the students were serious because he's a chill teacher and he's never like that. So we were just like, "Yo, everybody, stop fucking around!" Like, "Yo, what's going on?" So he turns on our radio.
The vibe was so weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
start and you start to see parents picking up their kids, and I'm just like, yo, what the hell is happening?
Yeah, my mom
So
wasn't.
yeah,
So
oh no,
I
no,
was like, what?
no,
What's
no.
going on?
My mom. Here's the thing.
But
Here's
you
the
were
thing.
in New York,
Yeah, I was in New
right?
York, but I
Okay,
was
see,
in Queens,
I
so
wasn't.
we were safe. But Manhattan, but I lived in Far Rockaway, so at the time where I lived, you can see Manhattan across the ocean, like you get a view of it, and all you
Those
see
buildings
is
are so
yeah,
tall.
and all you
Right?
see is
Yeah.
smoke coming from Manhattan, and it's just travel. You're like, what the fuck happened? Then you turn on the news, and then you see the footage, and you see people jumping. It was till this day, New York.
Okay, from your point of view,
Mhm.
let the people that don't know what we're talking about
Oh,
know what
with
happened
nine
this
11.
day.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, with this day of time of this recording, this is 9/11. This is the day where the Twin Towers fell, and thousands of people lost their lives, unfortunately. And yeah, it is a day that will forever change America, changed everything. And since this is the
I think that
90s,
brought the scare
yeah,
in right
of everything.
right? Like we were all
Yeah,
happy about the
yeah.
90s. We were scared about Y2K. You
Oh yeah.
everybody.
Oh my God, the Y2K scare that everything was gonna shut down when the clock
No,
struck 12.
they were like we were gonna blow up. All
Oh
these
my God.
stories, y'all.
This
I can't believe it.
we look back in hindsight, we're like, God, we were dumb.
Dummy. Yeah. And
Yeah,
it's only funny because look how much we have progressed. If we had
yes.
stayed, say we went down in a dock or something,
Yes. It's like, oh my God,
it
everything's
came
gonna
out.
shut down. Or
Yes.
Skynet, the robots were gonna take over, and I'm just
Yes.
like,
It was
oh my
kind
God.
of like we thought it like a legend or a iRobot situation was going to happen. Talking about Will Smith. Yeah.
Yes.
So it was something like that. And we thought, but it's crazier because they got us at a time where we were trying to figure out being a teenager to being an adult to being,
Yeah.
you were thinking about more. Then they stop you and they're like, no, 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 no. We might have an Armageddon or something. Like they don't even
Yes.
know the answer. And then on the news, it was worse than now. They were like, we don't know, but be calm. Like
Yeah.
what? You just told us some fuck shit. No, that's Tokyo shit for me. Oh, honestly, to add a Tucker shit, since I don't do that a lot, Jay has been going off on that. I
Yes.
am so sick of propaganda in the news. I am so tired of it. I know everybody is, but there's some people that are so like they live by it. They live by what the doctors tell them, by what society tells them, by the propaganda. And I get it. I understand. And it's not because it's election, but I've always felt like that. Like the last 2 years, I've been like, I don't want to watch TV, like I told you on the other
No,
episode.
no critical thinking skills. It's a damn shame. Not something that we didn't have.
Thank
We had that in the
you.
90s, in the early 2000s. I don't know what happened, but we weren't as
Too
dumbed
much
down.
too much technology.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi actually kills your pineal gland. I could never say that.
A pineal gland.
Yeah, right. We're gonna call it PG for me. But yeah, so yeah, right here. But yeah, I don't know. So what's your favorite? I brought this one up because I was thinking about movies and shows like
Mm.
Fresh Prince and Nanny, Simpsons,
Ooh.
Full House. But what cartoons? And I'm gonna start off with Real Monsters.
Shit. Okay, favorite cartoons. Okay, I gotta give you my top five because it's a toss-up. Okay, so my top five 90s cartoons. Number five, I'm going to go with Spider-Man TAS. That stands for the animated series, people. Number
I understand.
four,
I like the
Rugrats.
Batman.
Rugrats. Hands down, love Rugrats. Number
Yes.
three. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And
That's your
it's
that
it's
sounds about
hurting.
right.
It's hurting me because
What
technically,
happened to Captain Planet?
nah, no, I love Captain Planet, but it's not my top five.
Uh,
Number two. Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold. It's gonna be Hey Arnold. And number one is
I
Batman
love
TAS.
Hey
Yeah.
Arnold.
Yeah. Hey
And
Arnold.
there was two different Batmans, wasn't there?
There's Batman. Well, it's technically all the same. It's just different seasons. So it is
The
Batman.
one you like is more like more animated. Like his face is more animated,
Yeah, his
right?
chin. Yeah.
Like
But it's the
anime.
same Batman TAS. Is just when the seasons change, they change artists and production company.
And as y'all should know, like my people should know, I like Spider-Man, the animated series.
Oh, that's a
So
classic.
yes. What was I gonna say? Oh, Batman Beyond,
Oh,
Captain
classic.
Planet's. Do you remember Real Monsters?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I was a
It's
Snick kid. We'll talk Snick in a minute, but I was a Snick kid. I was a Nicktoons kid. I grew up on Rocko's Modern Life, Our Real
I was gonna
Monsters,
say Ren and Stimpy.
the Cat Dog,
Yes.
Angry Beavers. On a Cartoon Network front, Dexter's Laboratory, Johnny Bravo, Powerpuff
Ed,
Girls,
Ed, and Eddie.
Eddie, Cow and
Yeah.
Chicken. Um,
Recess. That
oh
was
my God, I
Disney, I
love
believe.
Recess.
Recess! Yes!
TJ
I
and
am such the
Spinelli.
girl.
I used to ship them, and then when they actually did it, I was like, "Oh yes, Spinelli actually likes TJ." I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh my God. Yes. Oh my gosh. Y'all need to look up those. Those are classics. Like, I
Um,
love cartoons. Cartoons
Lo
is my shit,
Lloyd in
by the
Space.
way.
Do you remember that? Lloyd in Space. Do you remember the
No. Do you
Weekenders?
remember Johnny Bravo?
Yeah, Johnny Bravo. Yeah. Do you
He's
remember the
really good.
Weekenders? So
No,
here's a
I
fun fact.
don't. I don't.
Fun fact about me, folks. If you see any video I've done, I always end, even my conversations, I always end it with later days. I got that term from the cartoon The Weekenders. The character Tino always ended his conversation with later days.
Hey,
I have
Tina, say later days now, okay?
Later days?
Cool.
And ever since then, I have always ended it with later days. And I get so annoyed when my friends just,
after
yeah, when my friends do it, I'm just like, that's my thing. Don't take that from me.
that's not yours. And then it's from somebody else.
It's like no one says that but me in my circle. And then when my friends are like, yo, later
Yeah.
days, I'm like, don't do later days. That's the
But
Justin.
you know what? It might be like paying homage to you,
I
but
know this is
yeah, you're like, that's my thing.
that's my
Yeah.
thing. That's what makes
Trust me,
JJ.
I understand on a lot of levels.
Mhm.
Trust me.
Oh, Winnie the Pooh?
Powerpuff Girls for my girls. Powerpuff
Nice.
Girls. What?
Winnie the
Winnie
Pooh?
the Pooh, yes. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Sonic.
Oh,
Sonic.
it's Blue Street Speed of Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh my God. Oh, we gotta talk.
We are so in sync, I swear.
We
That's
have
why
to
you
talk
get
theme songs after this real quick. Like, what's your favorite
oh
cartoon theme
Lord.
song? Because they had some hits. Like, hold on, before you
Yeah.
continue,
But
I
jingles were jingles back
yeah.
then.
But well,
Yeah.
before you continue, I just gotta name some other cartoons because I was a Disney kid. Disney cartoons growing up. Gotta shout out Darkwing Duck, DuckTales,
Oh yes.
Tailspin, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, Fuck
Oh my
Bonkers. I hate
gosh.
Bonkers. Fuck Bonkers. Gargoyles. Um, Pepper Ann. Oh, I love Pepper Ann's theme song. Pepper Ann, is it gonna? Oh my God. Oh,
Oh, okay. No, I wasn't into that one.
Pepper Ann, rushing in her own parade. Pepper Ann, she's like one in a million. Pepper Ann, much too cool for seventh grade. Catch her if you can, Pepper Ann.
I don't know why. Bobby's World.
hated Bobby's World, but I watched it.
Ah,
I hated it. I just
I
was
like
not a
Howie
fan.
Mandel.
I was not a
Aw.
fan of Bobby's World.
Well, I have
Um,
younger brothers too. Animaniacs.
of course. Anime. Oh, yeah.
Animaniacs.
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all little loony,
Little
and in this
Looney.
cartoony, you're invading your TV. Tiny Toons. Oh my God, I love Tiny Toons.
And we're
Uh,
like all on this.
yeah, like we're full
Uh,
blown nostalgic now because it's like it's all coming
yes.
back now. It's
But
hitting
you know
me.
what's still hitting hard is like Simpsons, Family Guy, and
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
Oh yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
SpongeBob is still hitting it.
This is mostly usually boys watch this. The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest. You guys, for my
I
boys out
actually
there,
watched
remember that?
that.
Which one?
I actually did watch
Oh
that.
yeah, Johnny Quest. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
good.
because my baby brother. Yeah.
Oh my God,
Um,
trying to remember.
Beavis and Butthead.
Butthead. Yep.
But I remember, I was so young. I just wanted to watch cartoons, and they were like the TRL like a long time ago. So
Yeah.
they would host videos for like us.
Hmm.
So anyway, but it was like segments for them. Like say it's us, and then all of a sudden we're like, okay, come back. So it was like that. And I remember I just liked watching them, but I hated the videos sometimes, and I just was like into I'm like, can this song be over? Oh my gosh. Like whatever.
Oh my God,
No.
that was some '90s slang too. Whatever. Psych. Um.
Oh my gosh. That was a
Like
mean one though. Psych was mean. It
psych
could turn
as
mean.
if, as you said earlier. Um. The bomb. Yo, that shit was the
Oh my
bomb. Oh
gosh.
my, yes, the bomb.
And everybody was a dog and a man.
Yo, what's up, dog? Yeah, oh my God. Yo, get at me, dog. Later, dog. Oh my God.
Uh,
I
and
still
no,
say 90s
and
slang to this day.
peace is the same. I feel like
Yeah.
peace, yeah. I think Southern we do deuce,
Oh,
deuces.
deuces? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. There's more. There was also, yeah, I said the bomb. Then there was also like, it was I was a 90s
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. And we actually spelled it. Like for everybody that don't know how to spell shit sometimes, I'm like, it really was
Cowabunga.
AIGHT.
Yeah, we did say cowabunga.
We
Yeah.
actually did,
Yeah.
and we said holy cow too, and I don't care.
Holy
We did.
cow. Yeah. Holy cow. Cowabunga.
Yeah,
Oh my
we
gosh.
love Bart Simpson because that was our rebel,
Booyah.
right?
Yeah. Booyah.
Booyah!
Yep. Oh my God. That's
I
whack.
forgot that. Yeah, that's
Whack.
whack.
Yeah,
I think
that's
why we
whack.
still say that. I think they brought it back.
Yeah.
Whack? Yeah. I still say it.
Cha-ching.
Oh my gosh.
Cha-ching. Oh God, I
When,
remember that.
and then when Chingy came out, it was
Yeah.
just too much. And then he only came out for like a year, and we're like, there you go. There you go.
Oh, that shit was all that. Oh, speaking of all that, we'll pin
All
that because
that!
we're gonna get to Snick. We're gonna get to Snick in a minute. We're gonna get to like live action shows in a minute. All that,
Oh,
and then it
and
was
mad.
yeah. Oh my God, that was mad. That was mad chilled. Or
You would have to run home. Like when the lights went out, you had to run home and catch these. You couldn't pause it.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's the
So if you
dealio, Faye? What's the dealio?
What's
Oh,
the
this was the
dealio?
shiznit. Oh my shiznicks. I
Okay,
mean,
that's when Snoop like
yeah,
came through. I think
yeah,
that's when Snoop became uncle.
yeah.
Yeah, for shizzle my nizzle.
Izzo.
Yeah.
And that's fly. Yeah, that's fly, man. That's fly. So
I feel like that's still used.
it's
I
still
say
used
that.
a little bit, but not as
Not
it
as
used to. Because
much.
now
Okay,
fly was
what
replaced
are the
by lit.
skadiddle? What is it? I
Skedaddle.
don't no. It's like something toilet. The new stuff.
Oh, new stuff. I don't know any new slang.
I don't know that one. And I was gonna ask you if you knew the word. I could look it up. But comparing, okay, I just want to compare real quick because for some reason my brother is Gen Z and he argues with me every Christmas. So just to let it be clear, is I'm talking your shit too. But no, ours made sense.
Yeah,
Like peace made sense.
yeah.
I don't fucking know. Even this, it made sense, right? You're like, I love you.
Rock
But
on.
right? But like now I feel like they just like charisma, right? You have the
Is
Riz.
Riz.
Yeah.
Just say
And I'm like,
charisma.
I think that sounds cooler because it sounds like you know words. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Like Riz. It's like they break.
I think if that was if that was our time, we would be like, man, you got charisma.
Yeah, Riz. I mean, that's probably the only one I will say. Riz and Lit
You
would
could let
probably
it
be the only
pass.
ones I will give a pass to. But some of the other terms, I'm like what? That there's
Yeah,
no.
I skipped up on it. I think Riz is the last one I looked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have no idea. But speaking of shows, live action shows, since we did cartoons, I
Yeah.
alluded that I was a Snick kid. So I'm gonna name some titles. You in the comics section, if you grew up on these, let me know. Let Faye know. So I'm gonna name
Yes,
some
I want to
Nick.
know.
I'm gonna name some Nickelodeon '90s shows that I grew up with, and hell, even some PB. I'm a PBS kid as well, so I'm gonna name some PBS
Me
shows that I grew up with.
too.
So I'm gonna start off with PBS first. I am a Wishbone kid. Wishbone, Arthur, Ghost Rider.
Arthur.
So if anyone remembers Ghost Rider, let me know, especially the slime monster episode. If you don't remember Ghost Rider, look it up, folks.
And I was a geek. I
Yeah,
liked the Reading Rainbow.
yes, Reading Rainbow. Fox Kids, I was a Goosebump kid after school, watching Goosebumps all the time. Nickelodeon,
Yes.
so I'm gonna go into some shows. Nick Arcade, I wanted to be on that show so bad. Nick
Oh my God.
Arcade,
So these are stuff that you could go on the show just like
the game shows, yes.
okay, yes. Okay.
Legends of the Hidden Temple, Double Dare.
Slime?
Um, yep, Double Dare. Figure It Out, Guts. Um, okay, so for shows, Are You Afraid of the Dark? All of that, which
Boy
was
Meets World?
yeah,
Were
well,
you
yeah,
into that?
that was Disney. Um,
Oh, okay.
oh, no, we'll get to that. Space Cases. I'm naming people if your nostalgic button is tingling, let me know
Yes, let
any of
us
these
know.
titles you remember. So I
The
had Space
Music School
Cases.
Bus.
Yeah. Oh my God. What was the show? Oh my gosh. Pete and Pete, which I absolutely hated. Wasn't a fan of Pete and Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of Pete and Pete. Alex Mack. The Strange, no, the Secret World of Alex Mack, The Journey of Alan
That was
Strange, and I
good.
think there was one more Snick show that I'm missing that I should know, and I'm gonna kick myself because
You're gonna
Kablam.
go through.
There we go,
Oh,
Kablam,
yes.
Kablam. So if you remember any of those
Man,
titles,
you like went through it like nothing.
yeah,
That was like a good memory right there. But you know what? He sounds like the commercials. Like that's how the commercials were. They'll be like
Kablam.
this is coming on. So and
Yep.
so you're stuck on the TV like, well, I can't go nowhere now.
Yeah, because we had the
All
TV,
my
we had to use
shows.
the damn TV guide to find out what episode was this. I mean, I
Oh my
remember
gosh, if they can't figure out the encyclopedia, I
yeah,
don't know if they're gonna understand the TV guide.
God.
Like, I guess it's comparable. Okay, it's comparable to your TV channels where you're going to
Yeah,
all of them.
yeah, that's pretty
Okay.
much it.
That's it. But it was
Yeah.
on it was like in a newspaper. It was like in a magazine, you know.
S-
It leveled up a little and then
Yeah.
it went away. Then we got
So
that.
since we're on still on the TV shows and
Okay.
actors and everything, so who was your all right, so give me three, if you can, 90s celebrity, 90s, early 2000s celebrity crushes.
Okay, on Crazy Beautiful, there's Jay Hernandez. I feel like
Mhm.
some people don't know who that is.
He's a brilliant actor. Just underrated.
Yes,
Underrated.
underrated. I'm so glad you know who he is.
Underrated.
I loved everybody in WWE.
Okay.
WWE. Okay, no, listen. WWF.
At the time, yeah. Okay. The
That's why I
Rock,
made it a big deal.
Austin.
This is when there was less girls though. This is when it
Yeah.
was Stone Cold, like
Yeah.
Rock. So that was a big deal, and I was into sports,
Mm.
so you know, I love basketball. So, but what was the question?
Who were your 90s, early 2000s celebrity crushes? You have to choose three.
Okay,
You can't
Steve.
just say WWE. Gotta choose
No,
somebody.
no, that's why I was thinking. I was like that era. I'm trying to be nostalgic like you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna just go with Nelly and Will Smith.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Me, number three, back in the days. All right, so number three for me was I can't remember. I think her name was Reagan Gomez. She was on The Parenthood, and she played. Hold on, let me look her up. Hold on, Parent. It was a show on the Channel
I
11
love
here.
that show, by the
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Parenthood cast, and let me go to Robert Townsend,
See, I
1995.
was gonna go in on like different characters, like
Yes.
wrestling, but then when you said celebrity, I was like, oh wait.
Oh,
Nelly.
yes. Reagan Gomez Preston. It was the Parenthood. That was the actress name. Um, Early 2000s, A. Marie, still to this
Was that?
day.
Oh, Anne Marie is so
A.
beautiful.
Marie is
She's another underrated person.
mm-hmm.
But now that we know more, I
Yeah.
understand Anne Marie. Go do
Yeah.
your thing.
A.
You're so
Marie,
beautiful.
definitely A. Marie was like my biggest crush early 2000s, but my 90s crush, like a lot of guys, was Jennifer Love Hewitt. Like Can't
Oh
Hardly Wait,
yeah,
Party
yeah.
of Five,
That was my,
like
okay. You didn't say girl or boy. I did like her too.
yeah. Yeah, no, I said whoever 90s crush. So yeah,
Yeah.
Jennifer Love Hewitt definitely was like my top. I was like, oh my God.
And who played Scream with her? Nave Campbell.
Yeah.
I like their whole eyes. Like, you know, now everyone's getting filters. Nobody
Yeah.
has like their own thing. That's why I'm like, I'm not doing that. But I like their eyes. Like that's what made them. But I think
Mhm.
she got a little bit too much done now.
I'm not I wouldn't know.
That's funny that you mentioned it because she's on 911 on
Yeah.
Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
She
she
still looks
was
good.
hot. She was hot when she was younger.
She still looks good.
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Who else was like the person? Because we had Britney Spears. I feel like everybody gave her shit though. You know, like she was actually cute.
Maya.
Um,
Maya definitely was.
she's also underrated. She did a lot of stuff for Houston,
Mm-hmm.
like a lot of the chorus, like you know. Um, Ashanti was my thing. I love Ashanti. She was
Monica.
underrated. Yes.
Monica.
Yes.
Monica. Maya. Um,
And then like if you go further back, Toni Braxton, but in
Little
her
Kim.
era of heartbreak.
Yeah.
Lil Kim when she was like squatting though, if you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to be like that, but Hot Boys, I did want to jump to that.
Mm.
We didn't go through the Hot Boys era. I did write it down though.
Okay.
Just letting you know. So I was into that. I did like the whole like Lil Wayne. I had a crush on Lil Wayne, but I had a crush on Lil Wayne in like the 2010s.
Oh, the
Like
2010s Little Wayne.
yeah, the buffer Lil Wayne. Now he just kind of looks creepy. Like different.
The business will do that to you.
Yeah, but he has a smart. You can tell his mind is still there.
College degree and everything. He's a very intelligent guy. I wish he'd
Yeah,
promote that
he
more.
went to U of H. And
Yeah.
yeah, me too. Because he did, when he came out here, he did make it a big deal. Like, y'all should go to school. But I
Mm-hmm.
feel like he took English to make his rap skills better, you
Yeah.
know? So that just helped him out. But let's see, what else is a little more crushed up on like screen actors, like people on the big screen.
Ooh, let me see. 90s
Halle
wise.
Berry.
I wasn't really, I mean, she was cute, but I wasn't like aiming for like her. I was mostly like
I feel like that was a thing though.
it was for a lot of people. Me was more of like the teen, like I was a teen, so I had to be like those other teen like type of
Like
stars. It was mostly for me people on
Christina
TV.
Milian.
Yeah, like for
Christina
me it was
Milian.
like Daniel Fishel who played Topanga on Boy Meets World. Like that was like a
See,
huge
I don't
crush.
know their names.
Yeah.
Like okay, like Tia and Tamara, love
Yeah.
them. I love good personalities, you know. But Topanga was she was
Yo,
cute.
Topanga was like, oh my God, the eyes of all the guys.
And
It's
her
why we watch Boy
lips.
Meets World.
Exactly. They said they're gonna come back, right?
Well, they did
I,
Girl Meets World after that, but after that series was over, I'm not sure. They have a podcast now.
talking about Topanga, she actually said she's not gonna get paid. That's why as much, obviously,
Hmm.
nowadays. That's why I know about them thinking about the reboot. I think
Yeah.
everybody wants a reboot of
Well,
that, so
well,
that
they
would be
did a
cool.
sequel series. I don't know why they were rebooted. That don't make sense to reboot the show.
They
They
want
did,
to, I don't, I yeah, when they got married and stuff.
yeah, they did Girl Meets
Yeah.
World with their
So I
daughter.
think, yeah. So I think they want to do something else with that. So that's weird. I saw that recently. What else? Who else was like someone like not named? Like when Tyra Banks was on Fresh Prince,
Oh
loved
yeah.
her, but didn't know who she was. You know, I didn't know like, oh, that was
Hmm.
Tyra Banks. What's her name? Lisa Long or Nia Long.
Nia Long, yes, yes, another
Yes,
one.
I think her name
Um,
was Lisa.
gotta give. Let me just give some shows some flowers real quick.
Okay.
Especially shows that really help progress um black actors in cinema and TV. So I gotta give a shout out to A Different World, Cosby Show, Jamie Foxx
Yes.
Show, The Wayans Brothers. Um,
They started all off.
yeah, Steve Harvey
And
Show, UPN. It was pretty much UPN, and he was just really like
that was popping for
that was, and of
African
course
Americans
Fresh
in
Prince.
general
Yeah,
coming into that Tyler Perry movement. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like I loved Girlfriends. That was my
that
shit.
was a good show.
Like,
Girlfriends was good. Thank you for reminding me of that.
yeah.
Fresh Prince, of course. That was probably my favorite show. Fresh Prince, hands down, was that.
Yeah. When he was
Uncle
like
Phil.
when it was over, I was crying.
Uncle Phil was my
Yeah.
favorite character. People will think it's Will. No, it was Uncle
R.I.P.
Phil.
to him.
Yes, James
R.I.P.
Avery, rest in peace. But yeah, but like 90s movies, a lot of them don't hold up to this. Some of them don't hold up, like the ones I
You
watched
know
like as a kid.
what's weird? I liked Step by Step, and I
Oh
don't
yeah,
hear
I
too
remember
many
that.
people
Step by step,
by
day
step,
by
day
oh
by
God.
day. Yeah, we got one.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh man, step by step. Wow.
But
Full
that's what I'm
House.
saying. Yes,
Oh my
Full House.
God, how do I not mention Family Matters? Family
I
Matters,
thought
of
you did.
course.
I thought you just gave them homage
No,
right
no,
now.
I didn't put them in. I said Fresh Prince. I forgot Family
Oh, you
Matters.
said
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, Family
Okay.
Matters, of course. Urkel. Had a big
So
crush on
I
Myra.
so oh, did you?
Yeah.
I thought she
But
was cute. I was
yeah.
like, I love how they did that for Urkel.
I love
Yeah.
Myra better than Laura. I
Oh,
hated
and
Laura.
RIP to her
Yeah,
too.
Myra, yeah.
I
But
looked up where they're at. Yeah,
yeah.
I kind of look up where they're at nowadays. Yeah. Laura was so I loved Laura because I was a little sister, so I wanted to be her at one point.
I hated
I wanted to.
Laura.
Did
I,
you? I wanted to.
even then, as a boy, I realized I was like, yo, she's not really feeling you. Like she only liked him once he became Stefan or Krell. So I was like, yo, fuck this bitch.
Yeah. Like that should have showed you right there.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
It
Yeah.
was like, yo, fuck Laura. Myra
But I
saw
feel like
Steve for who he was, and then it wasn't until he changed for her, got hot, saw that other girls were
yeah.
looking at that. She's like, oh, I like him. And then it wasn't towards the end of the series that she's like, I see you for you. And I was just like, typical nerd story, man.
And then yeah, and I wanted him to pick, the other way, but
Yeah, but unfortunately she
yeah,
passed. So yeah,
I know that was a good one for them. Like honestly, that writing of all that was so
yeah, good.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but to pay homage, we honestly Vietnamese really wasn't around. Like we had like that like I do say y'all pay the way for a lot of minorities. Because you know how like when you see back in the day, like this is like I'm saying 70s, 60s, it'll be like that neighbor or
Yeah.
whatever, right? So yeah, right now we're that we I mean, in that time period, we were always that neighbor or
Yeah.
that whatever. So just paying homage to those people. But now it's different. You know, I could say the difference between those two. But I am glad you did pay homage back because at that time, for what everyone's fighting for, if y'all look
Hmm.
back, they gave people like a lot of chances to see the
Hmm.
culture. But I also think a lot of people have ruined the culture
Oh, yes, they did. Oh,
by
yes, they
trying
did.
to by trying to say they are the culture. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And it's pretty sad. But
Colonizers.
yes, I do want to say I give y'all respect because everything that they portrayed on TV was well played. You
And
know, you
positive.
had the father, you had the
Yes.
exactly.
It was
It
positive.
was like it was like, oh, we lost a dog because we weren't paying attention. We should have paid attention. You know, it wasn't like, oh, well, she's pregnant now.
Hmm.
Like what?
It wasn't stereotyped, and this was just and
Yes,
this is going for all
every family
cultures.
had everything.
Yeah,
A
this goes
dog
for
even.
all cultures.
Yeah.
Like I remember, like even back then, like everyone just they was pushing education in these shows. Like
Like
here's the
George
thing.
Lopez. George
Yes,
Lopez.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
here's the thing. And I don't know if you remember this show, but in the comics section, let me know because this is one of my favorite 90s shows. Me and my family watched it all the time. And you will never get a show like this. I'm not trying to get religious or anything like that, but you will never see a show like Touched by an Angel on national TV
Mm.
ever again.
Again.
Ever
No.
again. You will never see a show that talks
Y'all
about
should look
God.
that up.
Yeah, you will
Yes.
never see a show that talks about God. You will never see a show that just has so much light. You will never get that again. That is never happening unless it's on some type of religious cable channel or something. But
Right.
back in the days, our shows, and this is why, if you ever wonder for the younger audience, if you
Why we
ever
stayed
want,
home?
yeah, if you ever wonder why everybody's saying the 90s, early 2000s was the best era for music, TV, and everything, it's because of the messages, not just that it was so much
Yeah.
light
There was
in these,
real writers
yes,
writing.
and there was so
Yeah.
much light in these shows like Hey Arnold we talked about earlier. Hey Arnold is probably one of the deepest cartoons. I still watch the Pigeon Man episode where Arnold meets that homeless dude and he
Yes. I
fixes his
remember that.
birds, and the dude is like says to Arnold when Harold came and messed up his pigeon coop, and he says Arnold asked him who did this. He's like people, and Pigeon Man goes to Arnold. He's like the birds, Arnold, they're gonna come back. I understand birds. It's people I don't understand. And you just, as a kid, you're watching
Yes.
this and it's just hitting you with this real life stuff. You don't get that no more. You don't really
You
get
don't.
these.
Because I try to
Mm-mm,
chill with my nieces, and it's
mm-mm.
like, yeah, but it's not the same.
It's
Like
not.
even though they're like, no, they don't understand. We do understand.
Yeah,
When you start talking baby talk is when they probably don't understand.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And we always, in every movie, show, anything that we talked about, even Batman, there was always a message.
yeah,
And that's what I loved about our times.
yeah.
Because honestly, I think that prepped us up to talk to our nieces, to our
Yes.
next
We,
generations, which, yeah.
and that's why we have. I joke about it when I see people when I tell people like they're like, man, this generation is so screwed up in the head or they're wild. And I was like, yeah, because they ain't watch no good ass cartoons with messages to program them. We used to have
Yeah.
PSAs that kept us away from drugs. Like they did a whole. I'm not sure
Yeah,
if
like
you.
that Bumblebee or
Oh no, it was
it was
cartoon All Stars when they
well
got.
we had Smokey, man.
Yeah, we had
You know
Smokey
what
the
I
Bear, but there
mean?
was a special. Everyone, you can look this up. It was in the late 80s, early 90s. It was called Cartoon All Stars, where they got Muppet Babies, um, Looney Tunes, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, all the big cartoons at the time
Oh, okay.
came together and try to keep this particular kid from using crack. This was during the Just Say No era, when crack was big and
Yeah.
everything else in the early 90s. But
This is
these,
like Dare. I don't know
yeah,
if Dare's still
exact, yeah,
around.
or Scrub
Yeah.
McGruff as well.
Yes,
Yes,
there was a meme that was like, which one did we let
yeah.
down?
We had
Who do you think we let down?
Smokey
Smokey?
D. You know how much forest fires that be happening?
I wish I saw that meme with you. Yeah, we both
Yeah,
did.
like,
Smokey.
like till this day, I'm gonna see if I can put this on, but if not, I'm gonna describe it really quickly. There was, and I'm gonna say this before we wrap it up. There was this PSA that used to play in the early 90s. We're gonna talk PSAs real quick. So commercials in the 90s were fucking wild. So there was this one anti-drug commercial, Snake. I will never forget this. I was 4 years old, so that was the 1990. I was 4 years old. My brother's done watching cartoons, and this black dude's coming up, and he's like in the hood, and he's like, "Hey, little man, I got something for you. You know, it's me, Snake." And he's telling this kid to start smoking crack and dealing drugs. Then he transforms. Like the whole time is dark. You're just hearing his voice. You can't really see his face. And then the final shot, he transforms into this big ass snake looking humanoid. Scared the shit out of me. I kid
You
you
mean a
not.
reptilian?
Yes, a reptilian. And he's like, "Would I lie to a little kid like you?" Yes.
I
And
don't remember that
yeah,
one.
I will send you the link
I just
after the
remember
show.
the
Yeah,
electricity one.
yeah, I'm gonna send you the link after the show. And if you watch this and you're 4 years old, I kid you not, folks, I have never touched any fucking drugs because of this commercial. I have never smoked weed. I have not touched. I have not touched. And weed's not even. I don't even consider that a drug. That's like herbs. But I have never touched a single thing because of this fucking commercial. So I always tell people like, I am proof that that just say no era fucking worked. I'm like the 1%
It did
person
work.
that worked on that
Yes.
shit as a 4-year-old watching this black dude turn into a snake because he was using drugs and dealing drugs. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So that shit worked on me.
You know what? If it worked, that's why I didn't see it. You know what I mean? They were like, no, come in when the lights are off. That's all I got. I got that one and then
Mm,
Smokey and the Lion Bear. But no, yeah, they were more open about, because now people are protesting.
yeah.
But I feel like they were more open about being like, no crack, you know?
You remember that commercial with the girl, Rachel Lee Cook? This is what your family goes through. This is what your family goes when she's hitting the things in the. Yeah, oh my.
Yes.
PSAs, folks, were wild back in the days. Like,
It was like an extra thing that you could watch that was in a commercial.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And
yeah,
we all were like, if it was funny and people brought it into school, we all knew what they were
yeah.
talking about. It was like the meme of the day.
Yeah, like I'm not a chicken, you're a turkey. Remember that? And so I'm not a chicken, you're a turkey. Little kids was calling each other turkeys after that. I was just like,
And
shut up, you're a
yeah.
turkey. I was like, oh my God. I can't believe I used that too. I was like, shut up, turkey. And I was like, oh my God, the cringe, the
You're
cringe.
cringing now. Yeah.
Yes, just I'm not a chicken, you're a turkey. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was such a time, folks. Like I really, especially if you're in the younger generation, you gotta look at some of these stuff, man, because it was what a
Yeah.
time to be alive. What a time. Like going to the
Yeah. And
clubs where
and
clubs,
it still is.
yeah,
It
clubs
is
was actually a
still.
thing in the early 2000s. We used to go to clubs.
Oh,
Like,
no, when I say it was so much fun,
yeah,
it was like you pre-party together
you
because
pregame, yeah.
you're so excited, right? But it wasn't like no one fucked up the vibe. Like now it looks like everyone's raging in the club. Whereas we had room. Like
Yeah.
I had room.
Dance, but
I had
this is the club now.
Yes. I was just gonna say we didn't have like
Yeah, we doing it.
like our yeah, like that's why I don't like going to concerts no more.
Yeah,
Well,
cause
I stopped idolizing.
yeah, me
But
too.
yeah, so that's good. But yeah, it's all this. That's all you see.
That's
It's
it.
like
Yeah. You don't even enjoy shit no more. It's like
yeah.
put the phone up. Oh, look, I'm here. Enjoy it. You can take one
See, that's the
picture.
thing. I feel bad when I don't like type right away, but I
Yeah,
am at that era when I'm like, I need to unplug. I need to
exactly.
just unplug. Like we're always plugged in, but there's nothing wrong with it. I do love technology. I love the next shit. I love all that.
Hmm.
But I think people should have in everything some moderation, whether
Yeah.
it be food, technology as well, because I
Hmm.
do feel like us running home, being creative, watching these other great family idols, like
Hmm.
you saw Will Smith go from not having any family to having the most family and being
Hmm.
like, dang, they're moving. It was like a big deal for our community
Era.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what they're missing nowadays. I watch the stuff they watch and I'm like, they're watching shit that a 16 like we got in trouble
For watching
for
it.
for watching half the shit that we're, like
Yeah.
I put on like that other episode I said about Logan and my nephew was like 4.
Hmm.
I didn't know. But we did get in trouble for all that. But I feel like nowadays if they want to watch it, they could go on
It's
like
easy
they're not
access.
yeah.
And that's the
Whereas for
thing.
us, we were just watching PSAs and like
Yeah. That's the problem too. There's no restriction now because of the internet. Like they can just they can get it from their phone. They can watch anything that they want to watch.
yeah.
Parental blocks can only go so far. Like so it's
Yeah.
like I feel sorry for them because you had to dig to watch things that you weren't supposed to watch. And God help you if you got caught. Like so it's like,
Right.
you know,
No, yeah, and that dial-up was so real. So
yeah.
you weren't going like this and like this. You had to be like do 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 do.
Yeah.
Like that was the noise. So if somebody woke up, that was your ass.
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And before we go, Faye, any other
Yes.
thoughts on the good old days of the 90s, the early 2000s?
Oh my gosh. I feel like it was just so much love. Like love between even and also mysteriousness. Is that a word? But being mysterious, that's not there for these kids. Like these kids want to make money now.
Yeah.
I know I was striving to be a model, like I was telling you. I wanted to be in Busta Rhymes' little set he had going, but it's not the same now.
No.
What I wish would happen is that era coming back somehow. You know how people are bringing things back, shows, movies.
Yeah.
If they could put the PSAs back, that would be fun, but make it more cool, modern. Um, but honestly, everything that we talked about, the food,
Oh yeah.
it wasn't all fucked up, I feel like back in the day.
Hmm.
What oh, you know what? Dinosaurs.
Oh yeah. Excellent show. Excellent show.
That's my ending to this. That dinosaurs. Oh my gosh. If y'all don't know, it might scare you a little bit, but go check it out.
Yeah, it was so good. You had to watch it. And the ending was sad because you know they were gonna we're not gonna spoil the ending, but ending was sad
Yeah,
because you
just in case
knew the
they don't know
fate of
about
the
it.
dinosaur. Yeah. For me, it was one of the like I still to this day, I am just a 90s kid. I really am. I'm still a 90s kid.
Yes.
I still dress like I'm in the 90s at times. I mean, I still wear button-ups with the sweater
Yes.
over it.
I love
Um,
that look, by the way.
yeah, I to this day, I'm so happy that thankfully for streaming services, I get to watch Hey Arnold. I watch it on Paramount. I still watch the Hey Arnold
Yeah.
Christmas every single year. Charlie Brown's Christmas every year. Christmas in the 90s and the
Yes.
early 2000s were such a magical time back in the days for
We
me.
actually sat together and
Mhm.
watched it.
Yeah,
My mom had to work a lot, but I remember her having days off for that. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Whereas
The-
now everyone's like
I
rat
just
race.
I just feel like the nuclear family was more the value of family was more important back in the days. Now it's just more of a rat race,
Yes.
clout, and just everybody's just trying to be seen. Um,
Because for the people that don't know about me, my mom and dad were, they were divorced. And, that was one thing. I did have a TV dad. I did have a TV mom. Like, we can say that,
Yeah,
And when we say that, guys, it's not like, oh, we wish. No, it was like they taught us some shit, like
yeah,
in those lessons.
yeah,
And I loved it because it was for the young men and for the young women.
yeah,
So that is honestly something I do miss. Just the natural nature of humanity. Like if
yeah.
you think about it,
It,
it was real music,
yes.
footage, behind the scenes. Y'all don't know about that.
Yeah. Oh, behind the
Cribs.
music, cribs. I mean, there was
Yes.
so much stuff. I
That's
would
what I mean by
say,
the mysterious
yeah,
of it
it was
all.
peak
Yeah.
artistry. And you're seeing it now that the kids
Yeah.
who grew up in the 90s, they're the creators now. They're the ones who are trying to bring back that essence of creativity. You see it now in movies. You see it now,
Yes.
especially in video
And
games
just
now.
talking about it,
Yeah,
you know
you
what I
see a
mean?
lot of these retro games coming back, a lot of retro
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
coming back because the kids in the 90s were influenced by those creators from the early 80s who created those 90s shows and they want to replicate that. And I hope it really does. I mean, if there's an era that needs to come back, it's that particular era of artistry, creativity. There were no people complain. The artist was free. And this is not me
They were
knocking.
happy. They were
Yes.
real like if they had phones back then, you
Yes.
would catch them really happy.
Yes.
Like the paparazzi, they were
Mhm.
happy. They weren't like throwing shit at you. They weren't doing no Kanye,
There wasn't no political correctness. Yes, certain things should not, won't slide to this day. Obviously, I get that. But an artist
Right.
was able to still create and get their message across without the fear of being
Being
canceled or
canceled.
offending this particular group. Like you can't say shit anymore. This is my talk your
Yeah.
shit. You can't
Now
say,
now they identify.
yeah, you can't say anything anymore. You can't do this. You can't create. We didn't have that issues. No one was thinking about that.
Okay, let's
Everybody
talk
was
shit about
just,
2024. Come on, tell
yeah,
us.
you can do say it was the wild, wild west of artistry. You had creative freedom, freedom to express. We need to go back to that. If you are, and you know what we did when we didn't like something? We didn't tweet
We
about
shut the
it. We
fuck
didn't try to
up.
cancel it. You know what we did? We changed the channel. We ignored it. We didn't buy it. We didn't promote it. We
Exactly.
didn't make it known to people. Because here's the thing, genius. If you're offended by something and you make a big deal out of it, guess what you're just doing? You're giving that
It's gonna
big
come
deal,
back.
you're giving them free promotion. That free promotion, who people who don't think of your ideology, they're gonna go make sure that thing becomes a success. So if you don't like something, shut the fuck up. That's how you win. Leave it
And if you
alone.
really want to get into it, quantum
Yeah.
physics, really don't think about it. Like you're
Yes.
gonna see it
Just,
all the time.
just shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. Leave it alone. This
But
was
that
the
was the time to be alive. Like
yes.
being a kid, being a teenager,
Yeah.
being an adult, it was just the time because we didn't get, oh, where you at? It was a note on the count. Did you get that? A note
Yeah.
on the counter?
Yeah.
Yo ass better clean the dishes.
Yes. You had chores. Thank you. That's how we'll finish this
Yeah.
off. You had
Yeah.
chores. I remember when I was teaching, I asked my students, how many of you got chores? None of them had chores. What do y'all do when you get home? Fortnite, oh, Instagram,
Fortnite. Yeah.
TikTok. Parents, what are you
Yeah.
doing? What are you doing?
See, that
Yeah,
was the thing is I kind of didn't want to get in on the parenting because I feel like that's
everybody's different.
our
Yeah.
that's our
Yeah.
era's
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
So we're
No,
like,
no,
who
no.
fucked up?
That's
You.
even better. Where did y'all fuck up? Y'all didn't grow up like that.
We had family matters.
That
It
was like
mattered.
I was like, where did y'all fuck up? Like, what happened to the
No, you
chores?
know,
You
you know,
had chores. Did you hate chores so
right.
much? You were like, oh, I ain't gonna have my kid do it. No.
But you know what? It's all the chasing
Yeah.
that
It's the
chase.
yes, the rat
Because
race.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
nobody's like, okay,
Mhm.
let's put chores list.
Yeah.
They're like, we gotta look like black and white house now because
Mhm.
Kim Kardashian has it.
Yeah.
Like, who cares?
It's
Like, I like my pink lamp. Be
exactly.
happy.
I like my country
Oh,
club.
lava lamps! Lava lamps!
Oh yeah, Jam Sport
I
book
love
bags
them.
with the strings. But folks,
That
to
was a
yeah,
shit.
yes,
Jordan. Yes.
Jordans, yes, folks. To wrap this up, it was one hell of an era that hopefully it will never be duplicated, never will be replicated. It was one hell of a time to be alive. If you grew up in the 90s, you are fucking blessed because you are
Yes.
never going to see stuff like that again because it was
They're
such
mimicking this shit now,
they're
you
mimicking,
know?
but it can't be
It
duplicated.
ain't, it ain't,
Yeah,
yes. Thank you.
and people are too far up their asses these days and too self-absorbed, if you ask me, to really let people just the artists be artists. And
Yeah.
like I said, you're never gonna get another Touch by an Angel. You're not gonna get a Family Matters. You're not gonna get another Fresh Prince. Yes, I'm afraid. Yes, I know about the reboot, but the reboot is such a dark cry from what even that went
What we
dark.
saw.
It's like
Yeah.
you made a dark Fresh Prince. Like why? You should have just left it alone.
I didn't watch it, to be honest, because I knew it was
It's a more
dark. I knew
darker,
it was dark. Yeah,
yeah,
I
and
saw
it's
it.
just so
The previews. Yeah.
yeah. And
But
I
no, what
forgot
we grew
to
up on, everything was funny.
yes,
Like
it was
you
fun.
couldn't go to like say you got a spanking because we did go whoopings. I'm gonna say
Yes,
spanking.
yes,
But you could kind of like I said, I'll be mad at my mom, but yet be like, oh my gosh, she's on, like
yeah,
step by step, I
exactly.
just loved it. Yeah, I
And
just loved it all.
so folks,
I love the non-judgment too.
yeah,
I feel like there's too much of that. So,
it was
but yes.
an era to be alive. We will always be indebted. I mean, it's what there's the saying goes, the 90s made us. It did. The
Yes.
90s, early
But we can
2000s.
make it come back. We
Yeah.
are the creators. So to all my creators out there, let's bring back the morals at least.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So we'll end it here. This was the Fey and Jay show, that 90s episode. She's Fey.
He's
And,
Jay.
and we will see you on the next one. We'll catch you later. And of course, later days. Peace.
Yeah. Another Fey and Jay. We're signing off the air. Thanks for tuning in. You know we always care. If you dig what you hear, give that thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe, show some love. What's up? Hit that bell for notifications. Stay in the loop and drop knowledge in the views. Real talk, no spoof. Spread the word, tell your crew, make it known. Fey and Jay show, redefined in the microphone pro. So keep it locked, stay tuned. Don't miss a beat. We'll be back with more fire, straight heat to your seat. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for the support. Catch us next time. Same place, same sort. Peace. Peace. Yeah. Peace. Peace.